The Autel EVO Nano Plus is a fantastic sub 250 gram drone, but without a lens profile available in Lightroom, and the fact that it exhibits a tiny amount of chromatic aberration in images, and also that there's quite a strong vignette, which goes alongside a tendency to make the white balance slightly too cold, I'm going to show you how to create a Lightroom preset that corrects all of those small issues and gives you the perfect starting point for your editing. So I've already added all of my basic adjustments here, and I've just left the white balance and the lens corrections as they were at the point of shooting. So as I said before, white balance with this drone is typically slightly too cold. It's always best to shoot with one of the presets rather than auto white balance, because auto white balance is even colder. So shooting with daylight in this situation here, it got me much closer to the final result, but it's still not quite there. So it depends on the situation itself as to how much you need to increase the temperature by. But for this particular shot here, it's just by 200 points. But for some images, that could go as far as 900, so it really does depend. And then with the tint, we just need to add a tiny amount of magenta. I've just taken the setting from -26 to -20, and in many situations, this is the perfect amount to reduce the slight green tint that you get. Okay, so let's move down to the lens corrections themselves. So there is, as I said, a tiny amount of chromatic aberration in many images. So we can just check that checkbox there to make sure that's removed, and it does a fantastic job. It completely removes it. There isn't a profile for this particular drone at this time. There may be in the future, but maybe not. So there's absolutely no point in checking this box here. But to remove that vignette, which is quite strong, we can go into the manual lens corrections and then just take the amount up to 60 and then take the midpoint down to 0. And then if we toggle between the before and after of the lens corrections, you'll see just how well that corrects that issue. So now what we can do is create a Lightroom preset. So just on the left hand side of the develop module is the presets tab. So just click on the plus symbol and create new preset. And I'm going to leave that in the user presets group. And then I'm just going to call that Nano Plus Lens Corrections. And I'm going to click on check none and then just select white balance, remove chromatic aberration and vignetting. So it's only those settings that will be changed each time. So if I hit create, that new preset has now appeared in the preset list. So if I just go and choose a different image, so let's just go for this one here. Just by hovering over, I can see the effect, and then if I click on it, I apply it to the image, and you'll see, if I just toggle between the before and after, you'll see how it provides the perfect starting point for further editing.